Minute time limit match coming up. Introducing at a total weight of 422 pounds from parts unknown, the Nightmare. Their opponents still greeting the crowd right here on their way up to the ring. They're both out of Louisville, Kentucky. They come in at a total weight of 457 pounds. And we'll introduce you to them here in just a moment. There they are, Tim Ashley and Steve Constant. This match one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Okay, the Louisville Sluggers getting set to move out against the Nightmares. Nice to see that they are back in action once again after the injury that the interns perpetrated on them. It kind of, there's the bell.
Constant starting out just to prove that he's back in shape, and he's the one that's starting the action in here. A couple of good-looking boys.
They are indeed. Excellent muscular definition and conformation. The Nightmare getting a top wrist lock, and Constant powers him out. Steve Constant. And he's got that superior upper body strength. He proved that very, very quickly. The Nightmares can complain all they want to about their mask being pulled. That was not the case. It was just superior upper body strength. All right, they circle once again. Lock up, collar and elbow again to that top wrist lock. And Steve Constant takes him back to the mat again. Good spin under takedown that time. So the Nightmare has felt the bite of that canvas on his back 3 times.
Given that mask routine again, pulling the mask. He did not pull the mask. I don't think I have to inform any of the wrestling fans. Big crowd on him.
Tag is made. And now Ashley moving into the ring, gets a side headlock. Keeps the pressure on him, catches a fist into the side of the ribcage. That forced the break, and the Nightmare now gets a side headlock.
Of course, we talk about giving the devil his due, and I got to do this in the case of the Nightmares. I've seen them go against guys twice their size. I have never seen the Nightmares in the ring that they didn't give the tag team that they wrestled plenty of trouble. They have speed, and they can really get around. They know how to wrestle.
Now, they're a tough combination, certainly no question about that. And, of course, they'll take all the shortcuts they can as well.
Yeah.
All right. Good wing over that time. Keeps the inside armbar now on the Nightmare. Tim Ashley. One half of the Louisville Slugger combination. Tag is made. Steve Constance back into the ring. Keeps the armbar. Referee calls for the break, and a cheap shot on the break. Got him twice in the ribcage. Reversal with the Irish whip. Now Kennedy coming over. Beautiful spin under, and the Nightmare back to the canvas again. And again, Lance, they keep complaining about their masks being pulled, and I don't think they've touched them except in a side headlock.
It looks like a little Jimmy Hart has rubbed off on the Nightmares in that constant harassment like that. Steve is still having any problems with that neck from the pile driver of the interns. It's certainly not apparent right now. That's the great thing about youth and that physical well-being that they certainly maintain.
No question about that. It was his axis vertebrae that suffered the damage, but he says he's back 100%, and he certainly doesn't indicate that he has any pain or any trouble in the neck area at all. All right, the tag is made. Wisely tagging up. They're beginning to get a good pattern set up here now. Full arm drag and twist now by Tim Ashley. Ashley and Constant, the Louisville Sluggers in those purple trucks. Up and over. Caught from behind by the Nightmare. Drove a knee into his back as he was coming off those ropes. And another forearm across the back, down around that lumbar area, and it is they brought up power slam. Ooh. Powers out just in time. Good second effort.
I think sometimes because we look at the size and what an attractive couple of guys these guys are, you overlook the fact they are very young in professional wrestling, and they still make a lot of mistakes that a year from now they won't be making, Gordon.
Well, that's certainly a fact. If injuries don't put them out, they're catching a series of blows to the forehead, and he's got some problems now as the Irish whips him off the ropes. Caught him with an elbow coming off the ropes. So Constance and Ashley in trouble. He tried to reach out and make that tag. Now he makes it. He makes the tag, and the referee was not aware of it. The referee not aware of that tag. Meanwhile, some quick double teaming here. Well, you can tell that they have been well tutored by Jimmy Hart. No question about that. Ashley being rocked with a series of hard right hands, a headbutt that puts him back to the canvas again. He powers out before the 3 count, however. Good second effort here.
They've needed that second effort. They've been close to a pin on a couple of occasions.
All right, the tag was made again and again. The referee, whose attention was diverted.
And it is.
Oh, brother, double teaming all the way. And again, the Louisville Sluggers denied a tag. And this could be the turning point of the entire situation, Lance.
It is the Nightmares' day right at the moment. They have really been pouring it on. And that big forearm, he slams down in there hard. Constance and Ashley got their problems. They're finding out what the real world of professional wrestling is all about with a couple of experienced, not the biggest, but experienced wrestlers.
Again, it certainly appeared that that tag was made, and again, the referee, these Nightmares have kept him continually tied up over in their own corner, and Ashley has had no opportunity to get over there again, and Constance could finally stand it no longer. He's exploding on those Nightmares, and certainly justifiably so. High backdrop by Steve Constance. And again, the referee trying to get him separated.
Whoa!
And the referee thrown to one side.
4 of them going at it, and the referee says, enough of this nonsense.
And so it appears to be a double disqualification, I think. And the 2 Nightmares tied up in those ring ropes. And now the Louisville Sluggers going after those masks, trying to get those masks off their head. Get those cameras ready. We may have a picture of these men in just a moment. And they're liable to have those masks off momentarily. We've got the masks off.
Ken Wayne and Danny Davis.
All right, we found out who they are. But Constance and Ashley paying the price. However, the Nightmares. Well, wait a second. Wait a minute. Holding up that steel chair and then running. Well, they paid the price for tearing those masks off. There's no question about it. The Louisville Sluggers in a lot of trouble here. Double disqualification. And it is
Danny Davis on the right as you look at it now, and Ken Wayne on the left by referee Jerry Calhoun. And they're pounding on Constance and Ashley. It's all over officially, but not as far as the action goes.
Well, that is a natural fact, and I'll tell you what. Both men have been lacerated. They got jammed into that steel chair, and those prefrontal lobes taking a lot of punishment. Both men badly lacerated. And the referee, this match long since over, as Lance pointed out, but these men are in tough shape. And again, the bell being rung. And there's got to be a way to put a stop to this carnage. The Louisville Sluggers have done the... All right, wait a second.
Let me tell you something, Doyle. Nobody! Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. Don't get me there. Hey! Nobody! Nobody does that to us. Lance, we've been a top team all over the nation for 5 years with these masks on, and we prided secrecy, baby. And you took it away from us right here in front of over 1 million people. Let me tell you something, baby. Nobody does that to us. And they have just now got a down payment on what they're going to get, baby. Nobody's going to use us for a stepping stone, Les Russell. Nobody. You know Danny Davis. Everybody knows Danny Davis and Ken Wade.
No excuse in
that. Boy, you're playing with blood.
There's no excuse in taking a couple of guys.
There ain't no excuse. Look what they did to us, Lance.
Well, I'll tell you what. Double disqualification, but the Louisville Sluggers had paid a price for removing the mask of the Nightmares. No question about that. And we'll be back with more action right after we pause.
Okay, we're going to be back in the ring. We got a couple of matches coming up. One will involve Lanny Poffo. And Lanny, I got to tell you, there's a lot of murmuring around of what a sensational battler you were looking at this Mike Sharp, the Mid-America champion.
Thanks a lot, Lance. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Mike Sharp. He's big, he's strong, he's powerful. But I had the nerve to challenge him for his Mid-American belt.
Yep.
And what happened? I thought I had victory in my grasp. I thought I had the belt around my waist. Mike Sharp. Now, Lance, I know I maybe look young, but I've been wrestling 11 years. And I'll tell you something, I've never been hit so hard in my life. He claims that he wears that thing around his arm as a protection for him. I have never been hit so hard in my life in any professional wrestling ring in 11 years as I was with Mike Sharp, and that is the reason that I am not the Mid-American champion. Now, I know you've got a lot of problems today with the wrestling, and I know that you hate to hold a grievance committee. But if I just had one more try at that Mid-American belt, I know I could win it.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Now listen.
Hey.
I heard this guy. I was backstage. I was listening to this guy. He's making all sorts of excuses. Will you people be quiet? Let me speak. Show some respect. What's the matter with these people around here? You know, this guy come out here. He had his chance. I gave him his chance. I put this Mid-America belt up, and he wasn't man enough. And he comes out with excuses. They all come out with excuses. All this is protective padding. No more, no less. And you know it, and you want an excuse because you're not man enough to face Iron Mike. Well, I'll tell you something. You want a chance at this belt again? Okay, I'll tell you something. Let's don't wait till we get to an arena. Let's go in that ring right now and do it in front of nationwide TV for everybody to see.
Now, wait a minute, Mike. You're making big talk here about saying going in there. Are you talking about putting the belt up right now?
That's right. I'm talking about putting this belt up. This is legitimate. What's the matter with you?
We've had guys say, oh, we'll do it, and then things go bad for them, and they change it, and they say...
I'm not like that. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. You can get the promoter out right now, and I'll sign anything. Put this belt up right now. I want to prove once and for all that I'm a better man. Matter of fact, you know what I'll do? I'll take this belt off right now, and I'll give it to you. And you give it to the winner. And if that man is good enough to beat me, you hand it to him.
Okay.
All right?
Remember what you said.
I remembered. I'm a man of my word.
Mike Sharp, Gordon, has said, let's put it up right now.
All right, a perfectly legal and binding contract as far as I think the law would be concerned. Let's turn it over to Dave Brown for the introduction of this Mid-Atlantic Championship match.
All right, this is going to be a title match. Introducing the challenger from St. John's, New Brunswick, Canada, 235 pounds, Lanny Poffo. And the current Mid-America champion with his belt on the line from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, 275 pounds, Iron Mike Sharp. One fall. 30-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, the Mid-America title going up. Not as I said a moment ago. So it is Poffo moving out on Iron Mike Sharp very quickly, pulling him into the ropes. And brother, you talk about two raging bulls. We've got him here. 275-pound Iron Mike Sharp, who was, by the way, Canadian national heavyweight boxing champion in the amateur rank. So Poffo's going to have to watch out. He was talking about a beautiful waistlift duck around and lateral drop and takedown. Poffo slips away. Poffo, front chancery now on Iron Mike Sharp. Remember, the Mid-America Championship on the line.
I happened to be present when the first match, when he did wrestle Sharp for it. And I'm going to tell you, I have never seen Poffo look better. Lanny was absolutely sensational in its truth until he banged him with that padded arm brace that he talks about. It was Poffo. It was Poffo.
All right. Good kick up by Poffo just a moment ago, and Iron Mike Sharp. Wide stance, stalks his man, moves in. Challenging him now, and let's see if Poffo goes for it or not. And those hands meet, and it will be Sharp with the weight and height advantage, and that's exactly what Poffo did not need to do, frankly.
I think pride enters into a lot of that. Now, Lanny Poffo is smarter than that, really, but here's a guy challenging, saying, grab it. He's going to prove it. Look at here!
He reversed the situation very nicely with a roll-through, and it is Iron Mike Sharp up against those ring ropes. That'll force the break, and Sharp through those ropes, and having a bit of a problem with those fingers because Lanny Poffo really put the pressure to him. All right, Sharp, the Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. That title on the line. In case you tuned in just now, the title's on the line. Full Nelson, good drop away by Poffo, and Poffo Kippa back to his feet. Spin under takedown, another spin under takedown. Poffo very definitely in control of the situation now, and Iron Mike Sharp. I'll tell you,
Poffo's an incredible gymnast. Boy, does he have body control.
He does indeed, and that, of course, is so very critical. Iron Mike Sharp, by the way, a fine hockey player as well. Now, it looks like he was using that padding on that arm to rip across the eyes of Poffo, now smashing Poffo's head into the turnbuckle. Ooh, brother. You could hear that all the way across the sports arena.
Well, originally, Poffo was scheduled to go against the Invader. Iron Mike Sharp was scheduled to go against Gary Bryant. But Sharp is the one who made the offer. I'll put it up right here and now and prove who's the best man.
Yeah, it is Poffo in trouble here now. It's Sharp utilizing that top ring rope, punishes Poffo some more. Sharp coming back into the ring now. Moves up on Lanny Poffo, an Irish whip off the ropes. Good move by Poffo. Up and over his man, in behind. Good rolling reverse. He may have him. No, sir. Those powerful femoris muscles on Iron Mike Sharp got him out of trouble there. Front chancery by Poffo, but it is now boots to the midsection, and it is Poffo scoring effectively. A hard right hand. Right hook into the jaw. Another hard swinging right hand. And Mr. Sharp has got himself a world of pain going on right now. Sharp coming up, and Sharp adjusting that leather armband. Poffo closing in on him. Poffo catching him again and again. It's Sharp going for the eyes. Another Irish whip coming up. Missed with that right hand. Poffo catches him rolling. Ooh. Caught him with that arm again. Sharp is all but out, but Poffo is out. Poffo is out. And, well, apparently, all right, I don't think Sharp's even, well, now he's probably coming around to the fact that he is indeed the victor in this, but again, that padding around the arm spelled the difference in mind. Randy Savage moving in. Savage protesting the use of that padded arm. Iron Mike Sharp, Mid-America champion, deciding that discretion is the better part of valor. Beats a rather hasty retreat from the ring.
Shades of yesterday, Poffo doing great, had the match going, ready to take Sharp down. And Lanny had him in a shape where he looked like he might be able to get a pin, and Sharp nailed him with that protective covering that he...
Fuck these guys! Did you see what they did there? Running in there! I beat him legitimate, did I?
What'd you do with that arm?
I didn't do nothing to the arm! What are you talking about? What's the matter with you, huh?
Come on, Mike.
Everybody's against me. Why?
We saw
Why?
it.
You saw me pin that man. 1, 2, street, and I'm the champion, and everybody knows it.
Well, you are still the Mid-America champion, and I think seeing's believing. We can take a look at what he actually did in there in terms
here
of
it comes
ending
now.
that.
Watch Poffo, very much in control of the situation. Good rolling reverse going here, but Sharp was able to maintain his balance long enough. You could see very clearly it was the padded portion of his arm that caught Poffo along the temple, and it's all over for Lanny Poffo. He was stunned into unconsciousness.
But Mike Sharp, I think one notable thing about that replay, Mike Sharp, when he covered him, he was to the point where he couldn't even roll over. He just kind of laid back over the top of him. I think Lanny Poffo really had it going, and certainly a good possibility of taking that title. That was a whale of an unexpected championship match we had here today.
I'll tell you the
Sorry
truth.
it ended that way.
I'll say one thing, too. Mr. Sharp better be watching out for Randy Savage.
Oh, boy. Let's take time out, Gordon, and we'll be back with more action in a moment.